congruency and being present to commitment. And specifically how congruency of being directly affects mindset, and then how mindset affects our thoughts, affects our emotions, and that directly translates into our actions. And if I am come from a mindset of needing something, that mindset of needing something has me look to get something. And but there's another option, and that other option is to come from a mindset of I can see you, Joseph, on a small monitor. So welcome. I'm not able to see you on the big screen right now. And I'm aware that you can see me right now. And I just want to say welcome and welcome to. Did you hear my intro or no, Joseph?
No, it was when I first came in. It was like loud music playing, and then the music went away, and then you froze, and then you just now came back.
Boom! I can see you. Yes. Uh, yeah. Nice. Yeah. So this is a conversation of congruency and how commitment and how congruency of being directly affects mindset. Um, the question that I ask is, what am I committed to? And I touched on this in last week's masterclass, and the thing that I'm specifically committed to is living in harmony with God, and doing that through being in harmony with nature and being in harmony with people. So how do we do that? How do I do that? Well, the being in harmony with nature part has been really simple for me. It's been easy. It's been something that I haven't had to think about. It's been something that comes naturally. the other side of that coin, the being in harmony with people part, I've been pretty shitty at that. And that showed up in specifically communication and or even lack of communication. And I used to think that this wasn't even necessarily relevant, but the thing is that we are nature, and nature is us. There's farther distinction that can be brought to this, but we're so intricately connected with nature that to be in harmony with nature requires being in harmony with people. And being in harmony with people is being in harmony with nature. And so, because of my natural way of looking and viewing the world and what's around me, where I'm really focusing on right now is growing this relationship I have with people and growing it in such a way that communication is easeful, that communication is effortless. And when I do need to say something, I have the words to say it, and and I can give examples. And the something that I'm present to with connecting with people is deep listening. So listening is a form of communication that I think is in the way I see it, it's of a higher priority than actually speaking. Speaking is maybe like 10%, and listening is maybe 90%. And when I can listen and fully receive what you're saying, from that listening, I can generate something inside of me and actually reply and respond. So listening is this key piece in communication that in the past I haven't been a good listener, and I also haven't been that great of a receiver. And so the other side of that is wholehearted listening. It's wholehearted receiving. But why do that? Why receive? Why listen? And the answer I have for that, for me personally, it comes to specifically my commitment of being in harmony with God's intention. And so why listen? Well, why listen is because it's an aspect of being in harmony with God. So that's my answer. I would love to check in with you, Joseph, and hear your commitment. And is it similar in the sense that do you have a commitment of being in harmony with God? And then how does that translate to your communication?
Oh, let's see. Hmm. I have a commitment for 2025 to embody divine radiance.
Divine what?
Radiance.
Divine radiance. Got it.
Hmm.
So now,
So,
from that commitment, how does that affect your interaction with people?
So focused on being authentic and honest and light and playful. Yeah, and to show up and really connect, express myself and uh, not hide. Uh, I did a lot of being quiet and, like hiding and stuff like that growing up. And it was really lonely. It was painful. So, uh, for example, today I went to a job interview and, I had a real conversation with the manager and, you know, I opened up and was like honest about like uh one of my last jobs, similar to one I'm applying for, how I got scammed and ended up costing the store a bunch of money, and that was why I got fired. And it's just like honest about that, which is the type of thing where I've been told like you should never mention that.
Yes, right. Especially when applying.
Yeah, and the irony is that I feel like I've been more like kind of skirting around that, like avoiding it, as I've been going to these jobs and stuff. But this one, by the sound of it, I'm almost certainly going to start working there in a few days. And like I really like opened up about it this time. Like I didn't skirt around it at all. So yeah, that was a step in the right direction, like being honest and authentic, admitting how I fucked up so bad and, paid the price for it. And I also shared some more positive stuff, like, like my little procrastination course I created here and, showing up to these leadership classes and things like that. But yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm happy with that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How was that? Like it sounds like it was received well, but I'm only like speculating. So like how was that received? Um, like your honesty of like, about how you got scammed and then how that affected your last opportunity. How was that received by this new employer that you're looking at or looking to be with?
So um, I felt I just opened up with this guy because his where he was at, it was like he had like a seriousness, like he was really locked in and like I almost want to say he was like it was like it felt like he was like holding space for me, just like looking me in the eye when I was talking to him, and I felt trust, and he talked about like um, you know I'm sure you've learned a painful and valuable lesson from that, and I was like, yes, I definitely did, and it was like so I was like, yeah, it was like so that type of thing would never happen again, right? And I'm like, yeah, I would always make sure, like, if someone was to call me and ask me to do something that outside of my job description that I've never done before. Like I would always check with like a manager or somebody before I did that, no matter how much information they gave me to make it seem like they were legitimate.
Nice.
So and I talked about like mess to message, like about like that could be one of my things, like uh I could do like maybe a little training to help people recognize things like that.
Amazing. Yeah. So like what I'm hearing is like there was further inquiry into like what your response is going to be in the future, which resulted in a positive direction for you.
But
Great. Is there more you want to share, Joseph, or is that it for now?
mm, yeah, that feels complete.
Awesome. I see somebody new, but I'm not able to read your name. Well, all right. Uh, I just got informed your name is Andrea. Welcome, Andrea. Um, I see a photo picture. I don't see you in person. Yeah, welcome. This portion of the masterclass that we're in, this is a free flow environment. So if you are inspired to share, you can raise your virtual hand, or you can literally unmute and start to speak. I invite interruptions, and I don't believe in interruptions. I believe in synchronicity, and I believe in divine timing. And that is coming from what I'm committed to, and it's coming from the mindset that I operate from. And operating from synchronicity is operating from a mindset of infinite connection. It's operating from seeing things are all meant to be as they're designed to be, and that as they're designed to be is how it's unfolding. Not because of how I want it to happen or how I think it should happen, but because it is how it is happening. And to me, this is divine, and this is synchronicity, and this is alignment. Um, Welcome, Rob. Yeah, I felt you maybe inspired to answer my previous question. I don't know if that's accurate, but welcome.
Well, you have a way of drawing me in the invitation of natural presence and no expectations in the moment. All is good is helping me to restate commitment aligned with truth, love, and yielding connectedness. I place
Truth, love, and yielding what?
connection.
And yielding connection. Receive.
It's truth seeking as best I understand it that led to question an old life and opened and enlightened a path to this physical place right here from an old United States way of getting by to a new country, a new home, and this place where love is so obvious that even I can't ignore it within myself because it is a positive pressure all around me here in this like earth waking village space. So I have stepped into part two, the loving, almost hearing some of what you've said today. The listening open is the key to open part. My heart and part three, connection, and yet that does seem to be a farther out of my reach. Where my ego cycle is just opposed to listening with love. Just they are opposites. They seem, I'm looking for the natural balance in between, and the term feels right. Natural balance, acceptance. And that's feeling like a good generation, a good frequency right there. Repeat that to myself, natural balance. And it's all acceptable. It's my goal overall is to be more shiny in this coming year.
Oh.
So I come down from my bunkhouse and I get to join you here, and that is a pretty good gift for today.
Amazing. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, there's something that I'm present to right now is which is like we choose what we focus on, and I'm focused on right now growing this like actual legitimate connection with people, and like I'm deeply committed to this. And in your share, Joseph, like there was like your commitment was can you speak it? I don't recall exactly what it was.
It was to radiant, embody divine radiance.
To radiate, and which is very similar to yours, Rob, which is to shine. And so what I'm present to is like we as an individual, we choose what we're focused on and what we're committed to. And this focus, this is stemming from our mindset. Yeah, so I'll pause there. Andrea, I see your hand up. Welcome.
Thank you. I want to pardon anyone who continues to welcome Andrea. She does not exist. That's never been my name. And is there openness to express a little upset about being in the physical in this space?
Yes, please.
Because Jesus Christ, I am tired of walking around with a name. I'm tired of people multiplicitying ourselves into who we are not. And I'm remembering how naturally aligned and balanced we are with every element of nature, and I'm not upset about that. I am passionate. And for people to undermine the name of Yahweh and to focus on Christ can completely summon a whole bunch of other mother loads. And I stand for a greater truth than that. And honestly, whatever this mind attack is getting harder to handle alone in the physical. And as I continue to step into who I am, it feels in the physical easier to forget who I'm not. And therefore, I'm not completely able to see in full harmony who's with me and who's not. And it feels pretty terrifying sometimes just to walk outside of the house. Everywhere watched. And yes, it is a part of healing who I am in human form. And anytime I finally get to a place of rest, for instance, on the porch, whatever happened that they're unlocking about the MLK and Kennedy, I feel that shot. My body. And I'm just like, no. And then I see that that's a judgment on it because it's harmful. It's harmful. But at the same time that it feels harmful and that pain hurts, there is technically no judgment in God's eyes from my perspective in that is because it's allowed. It's allowed in the space and time in the multiverse of where we're at. There is not good and bad in his eyes. That's what happened when we pick up an apple, the fruit, whatever we call it. And people are walking around in judgment. And when I fire it back, it's continually fired at me and through me. And I know that was a part of me and that was me. But it is very challenging to continue to stand up and to continue to walk when it actually hurts and I have no judgment on it. And everyone around seems to. I'm not even feeling like I'm able to receive the care completely of anyone because the thoughts that come through them as if it's like, oh, something's wrong. Nothing is wrong. There is no problem. Like it's already resolved, it's already solved, and my body hurts. It's a signal of like rebirth. It's a signal that something else is about to, in the body, people say attack that area in order to heal. But there's not, like, when I say attack, why is that like, oh, fight back? Why is there still a battle? And I don't even want to ask that anymore because I know the answer to it. I just don't understand what it is to show the people because every time I stand from what my perspective is limited of who I am, it feels like people want to wage war. You know, I'm not understanding what it's like to be a strong woman without a man physically. And so I cry and I cry and I remember Jesus. And he assures me that he's not gone. And I don't understand why people forget that. And then I had graciousness in the forgetting, and I don't want to play a victim. Because when I felt the graciousness that we forgot, it's also a part of remembering, because the intensity that we forgot is also equal to the intensity that we remember. And I truly want to continue to step into that. It's like I continually have to surrender. And I know that's a judgment on my part because it's like I have to, I have to, I have to. And that's like an immediate gratification that I want relief each time. Each time I just want to surrender. But it's like really challenging. And I know you have a context through Neal, brother, and thank you, brothers, for allowing this, of the whatever abbreviation, 3 letters that a lady who did body works, God did through her, through me, where the demons started to be released. And I don't completely understand, and it's okay why people keep putting judgment on the demons. because they obviously are in God's beautiful world at the same time too. And every time that I say that that one was bad, when it might have done something for their body that God only knows what, I don't want to play God. I do not want to play God. I've already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, went to hell with it, and I'm on fire for it. Actually, I said Lord today, and that feels so true, but I know I sometimes don't know what to do, and sometimes I don't know where to turn to except prayer, and it's like hard to even pray in my own place. It's like, where is the sanctuary? Where is a place where you can just be free in solitude and one with God and woman? Just where is it? And I do remember that I'm it, and that I can always be in my body, free to be united with God, no matter if I'm in form or not. And I feel such grief today. It's just so much. And it's really challenging to keep getting out of the way. I just would like to hear how it's balanced through a man, and like whatever this toolbox of like battle that's already won, like just knowing that it's there. Just knowing that it's there, and like just what it is to be clear in who I am, especially in front of a man. And I know I say especially, but there is something about my journey for that I do know, and I don't want to make it special. It's just I can't even look at any of them. I just can't. Like even the neighbor, don't look at me. And then how do I keep giving freely and abundantly when it's out of harmony? It's out of harmony with a lot of environment to be in the state of a principled love of agape with people who are married. And if the brothers are giving me love and they don't get sex, then like what? Oh, you don't love me anymore? You don't love your sister anymore because you're not getting that feed that I used to be prostitutionally. Now it's like what? Where am I? I don't even know. It's between the worlds. I don't know what's in the sky is from where. I don't. Is God? Is it the game? I don't even know sometimes. And then I do know, and it's beautiful, but it's like it's just a wave. It's just a frequency that's like, it's really hard to keep up with. And then it's not at the same time. I'm just tired. I can't even rest completely. Like that's why heroin had me so much. Like my whole system, my spine is healing, and I'm like, I don't know why. Are you wanting to prepare me to die? Like that's why. Are you wanting to prepare me for a sacrifice? I feel that whatever blood that they used to drink, I don't even know what happened. I just get scared. I just want to lay on this. I want to lay outside of me with the birds, and they're singing. And they sing when the guitar's played, and I know I'm an instrument of God, and if I get shot, it'll be okay, but I actually want to live life fully like I've never been able before today. It's really hard to go around knowing that people are looking at you and wanting something from you, and that was you. And then at times it takes time, and I'm just revelations are happening. I don't know. I mean, past lives are coming up of things and speaking in tongues, and I'm just in the kitchen in love, and then it's like, who do I share it with? You know? And because sometimes I forget still, like my brain can't keep all this in, and brain spotting is a part of the healing, and I'm meant to serve it to ones and be served in it, and it's like, where does it go? And so I continue to be in the channel, and I'm continuing to flow, and I'm grateful for that. I'm tired of the name. I'm so tired of the name. I'm tired of people playing games with the name.
Like we're all this, we all have the same blood. We're all like, how do you do it, Neal? How do you just stand for that? Do you still medicate? I don't understand. Like, I'm clear. I mean, pepper and salt are perfect. Pepper is like, there was alcohol in the fridge and I could feel that all of this pepper and then the salt. I mean, it's so simple. The elements are so simple. Like there's so many chemicals. Like I'm tired of it. And the lithium in the air. Like I know. I see why now. Because the charge in our hearts, the charge in our brain. They're medicating from the air. Now the planes. I know, but so I do my part. There's a jail with the electricity. They have their own electricity and Wi-Fi in this city. It literally is like the person walking in the shirt said, what is that? It's like something about I made it through JEA. Jackson Electrical Authority. Just like a dog. I'm waking up to it so fast that I don't even know whose hand to hold sometimes because even when I touch them, I feel their chemicals. The people who want to assist me want the kingdom. They're thirsty for the kingdom. And then I have to redirect it to God each time and then notice exactly when I'm out of line. Where's my brothers? Where it's not even my brothers. Where's the people? I don't I don't know how to just be completely free to be me and keep walking in eternity. Jesus does, and he showed us the way, and I'm so grateful for that. And I don't know how to do it without thinking I'm going to die because he already did it. He already did it for all of us. He already sacrificed for all of us, and I don't have to do that. He keeps assuring me that like that's not a part of the journey of what I'm scared of. Like cuz like even if I'm gone, I'm gone with him in eternity. With the thought like all of it, but I don't sometimes it's really hard to know what to focus on because I see it all as beautiful. I see it as harmony. And I don't see people in the physical who are seeing it as that. And so I'm plugging in with you all and I'm grateful for that. And I know that was a lot. And the goal this year is to receive, to be open to receive. I'm receiving, and I'm giving. I am receiving and I'm giving. I'm receiving, I am giving. I am receiving, I am giving.
Thank you, Andrea. Uh,
You're welcome who I am.
yes. Is there more there for you, or is that complete?
Well, I guess I just need to be in a place of acceptance of every name that ever existed. I accept every name that ever existed for who we are in human form. I completely accept the name, and I will receive completely in my heart the name above all names, Yahweh, that is not even known how to say. It's in our DNA. Okay, it's complete. Thank you.
Yes. So the name thing, like Neal's my name, but Neal's actually not who I am. Um, who I am is a multi-dimensional, infinite spiritual being that's expressing through a human body. I'm expressing through physicality, and I'm a child of God. And I say this a lot, and these are words, these are constructs, and I can say this, but even in me saying this is when I say them, they're pointing towards something, but the very fact that they're pointing towards who I am, it's not about what I'm saying. It's about where I'm pointing with what I'm saying, and it's about where I'm coming from with what I'm saying. And I'm deeply present to this idea of inspiration. And all right, so for example, or with the question, how do I inspire other people? Well, how I do that is I be inspired and I be so inspired that I live in the truth. I live in the I am presence, and I come from that, and I take actions from that, and this is correlated to mindset. So when I have a mindset of being in the truth, and I have a mindset of being resourceful, and I have a mindset of coming from abundance, this mindset has me. It gives me an opportunity to be inspired and to focus on a task, and then like have no expectation or have no need for somebody else to participate. And then with the inspiration is key here. And then the no expectation and the no need for somebody to join or participate, this opens up space and opportunity for somebody to discover their inspiration inside of themselves. In truth, there's no space. In truth, everything is infinitely connected. We're in a medium just like fish are in the ocean. The medium we're in is more of like an air medium. I call it air because it's a word that I have to speak to what I'm calling the medium that we operate in, that we function in. And so how I inspire other people is by being inspired, focusing on a task, not expecting, not needing somebody to participate. And then I actually, in truth, can't inspire other people. In reality, it might look like, oh, wow, like he just like shared or was doing this task that he was doing, and then that inspired somebody to participate, or it inspired somebody to join a conversation, or it inspired somebody to join the task that's immediately at hand. But the thing is, standing and coming from a mindset of needing to change the external, of needing to inspire somebody, that's inherently coming from a place of this, like a place of looking to get something, and that doesn't work. So how I navigate this is I literally just be inspired. I come from my commitment, and I come from being safe here, right now. The truth is, I am safe right here, right now. In time and in reality, it can look like, and we can create the perception that we're not safe. But the truth is, we are safe. And so, like, how do you share the truth? Well, you just be the truth. How the truth is received is less relevant. The truth is, none of us are getting out of here alive. You're welcome. That's a divine gift. Death is one of the biggest illusions and lies that we've been programmed with. Death actually doesn't exist. What exists is a transition. A transition of what? Well, a transition of energy. When I think of how I was taught to think about death, I can conjure up fear, and I can conjure up anticipation, and I can conjure up like needing like death to be a certain way, or needing to have a certain way of life to have an amazing death experience. But in truth, like when I think of death, it's like I'm looking over here, and then I die, and then my focus shifts, and now I'm looking over here. And the only difference is my point of focus has changed. Who I am doesn't change. Reality changes, and my focus changes, but who I am stays the same. And Yeah, that's what's present right now, and I'll pause there. We have we have like 3 minutes more of this flow space environment. So if you are feeling called to let something rip, you got like another 3 minutes.
Okay, thanks. I received this, and so whatever it is that the fear is that I'm in form sensing that there's a program for some sort of kamikaze type thing. Like I would die for the kingdom, but I'm not gonna die for man. So I don't know what that is. What there's something happening. It's pretty obvious with the environment.
Correct.
So whatever it is to see through that in God's eyes and focus on the kingdom and faith no matter what. Because I've been able to shift. I've been able to notice it. So they don't have me. I didn't do the lens therapy. They didn't see it again. But I am open to receiving completely the trust and faith and harmony with Christ's will and who I am today, and let go completely of human form, no matter what gets in the way of the truth standing today. Okay.
Yeah, you see, like reality is needed. Like physicality is needed. Physicality is our opportunity to interact with the I am and have it come through objects, have it come through people, have it come through nature. It's an opportunity to learn lessons, and it's dense, and it can feel heavy, and that's because it is. Like it, that's why it's physicality. It has density, it has form, but there's a higher truth. And see, that's where, like, waking up, there's like there's a part of me that if I had a choice, I might choose to stay asleep. Specifically to not see the truth and be in density. If I could just be in density and just think that that's what there is, and then leave density and then be in the truth, there's a large part of me that like would want this, but that isn't how it is. Like I acknowledge that I exist beyond physicality, and I am in physicality, and so there's this reconciliation inside of me where I acknowledge that the physical is part of the non-physical, and vice versa. And yeah, so I'll pause there again, and with this pause, we're going to actually transition into now a more structured environment, which is less flow, and remembering that we have flow, but now using form to direct it. And this form right now that we're stepping into is the giving and receiving of an offer. So look inside of yourself and see where you have an offer inside of you, and see that if you were to speak this offer, that after you spoke this offer, something is available to whoever hears it that wasn't available before you spoke it. And that thing that's available, just in the hearing of the offer, can literally be transformational in the sense that there is something possible. There's a new opportunity present that wasn't present before the offer was spoken. And so we'll have 2 minutes each to give an offer. And also, there's like 4 components to include with your offer. And these 4 components are what makes the offer be an offer. These 4 components are have it include a location. So where's it going to be at? The other component is have it include a time. So what time is it happening? The third component is have it include a minimum donation amount. So somebody can actually give to you. You're giving to them. You're expressing your offer. And then they receive your offer, and then they can give to you as well. And so you can receive their minimum donation contribution. And then the fourth component is have it include some kind of way to connect with you. This can be via telephone, this can be via email, but have it to where if somebody receives your offer, they have a way to contact and communicate with you. With that, who here would like to go first and share an offer? Joseph, I see your hand up. You've been showing up consistently and making offers and giving, and I acknowledge you for that. Welcome. Take a moment or two and feel your heart, and then as you're ready, you have 2 minutes and let it rip.
Who here has ever had what you thought was a commitment, something that was really important to you to act on or get done, but then you still didn't do it? You kept finding excuses, you kept staying distracted. And who here, having done that, has beat yourself up for doing it and and tried to brute force your way into like getting more stuff done, but you still had this massive resistance to doing it, and you still found comfort in procrastination instead of taking action? All right. So my name's Joseph, and ever since I was, a kid in school, I dealt with procrastination on and off. I was not the greatest at math, so I started to, put off doing my homework, and it affected my grades. And then when I got older, I started to spend money on, like business opportunities and education, and I dropped the ball on those things too. And so I ended up losing not just time, but a lot of money and going into debt because I didn't ask for help. I procrastinated on taking action, and I procrastinated on communicating. So I came up with a method that allowed me to overcome that issue, and that is actually something I give away for free. It's called the Skid Journal. So at skidjournal.bridgebucks.info, you can actually get that method for free, how to make your own Skid Journal. It'll include the time, the action, and commitment. So you can get that done. And if you want to invest in the full course, You can get that for $333, and I will put my contact info in the description.
Amazing. Thank you, Joseph.
You're welcome.
Andrea or Rob, are you feeling an offer?
I have a feeling I've been looking in the wrong direction and not considering my primary audience, and that's me. I set the offers out there into space. And in the holy practice of receiving, this offer is for Rob. I have packaged one complete trip to a breakdown with one of the loving people here at the village, scheduled for Friday. And if you accept my offer, Rob, I will include in that package an open heart, a time to put down my ego, my burdens, my concerns. And I can only estimate the price is difficult to measure.
Just do a minimum donation.
Minimum donation is a good sleep Thursday night. So if you can come up with that, Rob, God and grace will take care of the rest.
And you got your contact information, you got that covered?
I've got that covered, and I think I'm going to check for a form of acceptance. It's coming in, and I think there is a deal getting done here.
Wow, thank you, Rob. That was a unique offer. And I assert a powerful and transformational one. Thank you. Andrea, are you feeling an offer, or I saw you unmute? Can you give me a yes or a no?
Yes.
All right. So just take a moment, feel your heart, and then as you're ready, let it rip. You have 2 minutes, and the floor is yours.
Has anyone here been in a car wreck? Thank you for responding. There was a first responder in the one that I went through detoxing from heroin on my first trip alone from Memphis to St. Louis. And I was grateful that she was there, even though I didn't remember a lot. And something about Brainspotting assisted me away in a way that if I could have gone back then and gave her the tool, that I probably would have had a lot less pain over the years, as it can release what the body has stored. And actually, in order to continue to be open to receive, it's a perfect thing for me to give. And as I learn to practice and use this tool, as I learn to step again, it's in order for me to also show you the way. So I offer a time and space set aside with an appointment through Christ to be in a space of attunement with you and myself in form as a medicinal purpose and unlocking any doors that are unseen and unheard, past, present, and future, and relief of pain, clarity, and a new way to begin. I'll put information in the village thread, and I also have a website that mentions it. Most of you know how to contact me. Any contribution is a matter of abundance, and a $5 minimum is a perfect jump start. And thank you for this space and appreciating our hearts.
You're welcome. Nice. All right. So, if you're watching this replay, all of these offers, they're in the description of the video. If you're hearing an offer and you feel inspired to receive and to give and to participate in your growth and somebody else's growth, check out the description. My offer is an offer that's called Natural Expression. This offer is it's a 1 hour virtual call. If you're here physically in Costa Rica, we can physically meet. I actually do prefer physical interaction, but if you're not in Costa Rica, it's a 1 hour phone call virtually. The minimum donation for Natural Expression is $111, and what this is you come with a specific health goal, and we're gonna have a conversation, and I specialize in gardening, so my specific promise to you is a promise of vitality and a promise of radiance and a promise of well-being. And so if you're interested in that and you see yourself growing and doing that through human and nature interactions, my offer is in the description, and I'll put my email in there as well. So once you've made your donation, you can send me an email and say, hey, I received your offer, and then we'll schedule a time. So with that, thank you for being here, Joseph. Thank you, Andrea, for being here. Thank you, Rob, for being here. And this concludes Natural Balance Masterclass. Peace.